Well, g'day tubes, how's she going? So I'm just doing a little research here. With yesterday, after looking at them fish, I want to see actually how far it is that they travel to where we saw them there. So you can see up in here, that's actually like Wasaga Beach and Big Georgian Bay and stuff. So the river is actually, hang on a sec here. The river actually comes up here a long way along the shore, and it actually opens up at the mouth here. So that's, they all swim down through here, and this is where she starts. So this is the Wasaga Beach right here. So I got a lot of work to do here because there's a lot of, this is one heck of a river. You can see right here, if you can see the yellow lines. I don't know if you can pick that up or not, but all those yellow lines, it squiggles back and forth an awful lot. So already I'm already just here, just basically inland a little bit. I'm already at 14.2 kilometers, believe it or not. So I'm going to take my time because there's a lot of squiggles and stuff. So I'll do a bit of work here for you, and we'll see how far it actually is. I said 75 kilometers, but I think it might be more than that. Well, there you can see that yellow line starting up here and squiggling all the way around and back, and I'm all the way down to here, and I'm at 75 kilometers right now. So I still got quite a long ways to go here yet. Loretto is down in here somewhere, so I bet you it's double what I thought. Holy crap, that's a long way to swim a fish. Anyways, I'll keep working here, see what we get. Okay, so I'm back to the second stop we did last night under this bridge here. We went down the side and then under the bridge and seen those couple there, and this is the field they had the pumpkins in here. I'm at 105.82. Holy crap. So I'm going to go a little more here and go to the fifth line. That's where we stopped first there. Okay, here we are, fifth line. And that added on, yeah, another 20 kilometers. We're at 130.63, give or take a here a little bit here and there. So that's fifth line there. See if you can follow all this yellow line. I'll zoom way out so maybe it'll show up really nice. Look at how long that is. Holy crap. And that's not saying, you know, that they don't go up a little bit and all of a sudden get scared and go downstream a little bit, like they wouldn't go that far, but you know, that's quite a swim all the way from Georgian Bay here, you know, down all along all this squiggle here, all down through Angus, all through Alliston and stuff, and all the way over to fifth line is where we got them here. So see what I can get for you for a better view there. So that's a long swim. Now it's not just that, it's, you know, getting up these real shallow areas and stuff and up through that, and then doing these, oh, there's a thing at the Nicholson Dam here. Where the heck did that go now? I can't remember now. Well, it's off highway. Right here, Nicholson Dam. And right here, if I can get her zoomed in enough, there's actually it drops down quite a piece there, but they got a nice slope, so once they get started going up, they can, you know, usually get themselves up and then into the deeper spot here. So that's another big, you know, trial and error kind of thing until they get it. But all the squiggling back and forth, holy friggin' crap. Like draw a straight line and, you know, we'd be there in like 6 hours. But look at this, even, you know, goes like here and all the way back and forth around here. We could have just gone zink and cut off like 3 kilometers or whatever there. Here too, you know, it could have just gone zink and missed all this crap or whatever, you know. But that's the way the river finds itself, you know. There's a lot of stuff here it's done. It's funny the way it finds its easiest route. And this kind of stuff, I don't know how they know which way to go. Like there's a split here, and it's a fairly, you know, there's the big part of the river, and then there's a split that goes down this way, but how do they know not to go that way? You know, because this would take them way the frick down over here. Maybe some of them do, I don't know. But then all of a sudden it just kind of ends, and that's really about it. Oh, there's another little river there, but I don't know, maybe they do do that, so. But holy crap, like, talk about a frickin' tour, you know. Most of it's somewhat direct, but then you get some that are going, you know, like quite a bit east, quite a bit west, and even in here it's like way around, and you know, the river could have just, you know, through here, and then it would have missed all this. And man, this comes around and around and then around and back up, and then finally, you know, out to the bay, and I don't know how this ever got started, but every year they'll make this run up to well, pretty much 5th line. They might go a little higher up yet, like the river continues up here and up here, and then it sort of dead ends actually right about us here somewhere. That's about it there. So they pretty much might come all the way up, but 3rd line there, yeah, and that's about it. It seems to dry up after that. Now, where's all this water come from? That's I have no idea, but it's starting here anyways. There must be some tremendous springs in and around this area or something. Where is that now? 3rd line. Just trying to think now. Huckley Road. 3rd. Okay. Yeah, there's a bit more of a river here, I think. Where does it actually come from, though? I don't know. That's really, really interesting. So I know if you turn and go down here, you can see a fairly beefy river right in here, but I don't see where it must be one of them underground things, so maybe it travels underground for a while or something. All up here underground, or oh, I see some more of it here, I guess. Yeah, okay. So that's what it must do. It must travel down through the golf course here somewhere and then across the road. So there's a little bit more here maybe. Now we're getting actually up to sort of the back side of my place right now, where, yeah, I don't know after that where it goes, but it could do that underground stuff too, and then just kind of bloop up and out, you know. So it's probably pretty fresh, clean water when you get her from, you know, up our way here, so it's good to know. Yes, history on the fish. Well, I thought I'd do some more work out here. I'll lose my light again, the stupid door, forgot to pin it open. But anyways, I was kind of sort of thinking too, I should probably have some sort of a shut-off, like a main breaker, main shut-off, where this really doesn't have it. So as soon as I hook this up, this is going to be live until like these things, right? And if you ever want to hook something else up again, you're going to have to basically undo these screws. Way under here somewhere, and try to hook something up while it's live. Now I can always turn the breaker off in the house, okay, but that's gonna, you know, kind of not really want to have to do that. So in the house, I think just where this is gonna come out, the service here, so in the actual house, on the wall there, I'm gonna put on a main just for out here, I think. And then I can just go clink and then shut her off, and then she'll be all good. So I'm gonna have to go back to Home Depot and have a look at one of the mains. Now I could do it even right on here, but probably be better to have it able to shut off that this whole line going into the house, I think. So I'll run down to the depot and see what I can get for some kind of a big snapper breaker offer thingy. Well, that was a bit of a fail. I didn't do too good in there. I had those little main shut-off thingies, but it's funny the box I got doesn't have one. I don't know. It doesn't seem to have them built in, but it's not a big enough one, I guess. I don't know. It's just like a sub panel, right? So you're supposed to have the main on the main on your main from your main, if you know what I mean. Mainly, that's what I mean. Is mainly. But anyways, well, the ones they had in there, they had like these little wee 30 amp ones, which would have been fine. Would have worked great. 30, 60 amp with, you know, the side on and off thing. It's what I wanted. But they had, all the ones they had there had maybe, I don't know, maybe I'm getting too far ahead of my technologies here or something, but all the ones they had there had the little round screw-in fuses. There was 2 of them per each box. I'm like, I don't want that. I just want like a, you know, 60 amp tripper breaker main breaker thingy, and then they didn't have that. So I could have got that, of course, you know, if I got a whole new box, you know, like the big fuse panel box, but I'm like, I got one there already. I don't need that. So I guess what I'm gonna have to do is just keep using the one in the house. Fortunately, that's the only choice I got. That'll be my main shut off there, I guess. So it's not too bad. It's just, you know, instead of shutting off the whole entire that circuit and from the house, it just shut off the one that's going inside, which was the idea. So, and apparently that's not going to happen now. One other thing I want to just check down at the garage, the old pump we used to use for the water for the cemetery. Used to pump the water out of the river there. What a nightmare that was. I'm glad I don't have to deal with that crap anymore. I just run it off the pump, you know, that's in the well behind the church thingy building there. And go buddy, green, not gonna get any greener. Not getting any greener at all, thank you. There is one of those switches still down the garage on the wall, but I think it's the same deal. If it is, I'll show you. Yeah, what it is. I'm 98% sure it is. It's got those little screw-in. It looks like a small light switch socket, but you screw in like a little 30 amp fuse. And I ain't wanting to do that. I know they make them. I'm sure if I went to one of the electrical stores in town, I'm sure they'd have it. But I mean, the ones they had there at the depot were like $55, $60 there. So I'm like, holy crap, that's just adding an extra more cost that I don't really need when I can just use the one off the main down in the basement there. So that is unfortunately, I think, is what is going to happen. But we'll show ya, I'll show ya down in the garage what I'm talking about here. And yeah, like I'm saying, maybe they don't make them like that. I don't know. That's all they had at the depot. I didn't bother going, like I say, to an electrician store or electric store or specialty store or anything. So heck with that. But you know, because this is just going to be an extra little bonus thing, you know, run the wires into there, chop them, stick it into this screw, goes through the switch and then out the other way, and then you could just that off there, but that's not going to work. So we shall go have a look here and see what we can do here. I'm like I'm saying, I'm 98% sure. I'm 99% sure. 99.9% sure. How about that? Can't say a perfect 100 because I'm really not sure. But I'm about 99.99.99% sure that this box thingy down here, which we don't use anymore, is a fused one too. So let's go have a look. That's what I'm talking about. One of these things where you can just, bam, the power on or off, right? Now this one's sat here for a while. What am I missing? Ooh. Yep, fused. See what I mean? Same deal. So these are, the heck size were these even? 15 amp. So you got to put one in here, one in here. It's exactly what they had down at the depot. And then it's a little different though. But this one is out and then out. I don't know. That's not what I wanted to use. I just wanted, you know, all this incorporated into like a breaker switch, like the main over here on this guy. This is the one I should have got. And I can't show you this one really because it's locked on there, but maybe I can swindle it off enough. This is exactly sort of the thing I was wanting, where you bring the one in. Well, this is actually a 200 amp service, but there'll be 100 amps in each wire here. Don't lick the wires. bad for your teeth. But basically just to come in, and then, you know, it's not exactly like this, but just no fuses, none of this crap. It's all built into the thing, right? This is a 200 amp breaker here. So you can see the big 2 on it, right? That is what I was wanting, just like that, but not happening. So it's good to see that the wires are still good in there. They're not all turned green and cruddy and stuff, so that's good. So yeah, this is a 200 amp service, so we've got a, basically this is the same thing I've got in my new shed there, but this is a little different, a little bigger, of course, too. So, you know, I could run like 100 or 20 amp on each side or whatever, but I'm just going to run the one 15 amp through the whole thing, right? Because I'm going to do like basically a jumper wire from this one to this one. Don't touch that, I nearly got it too. So these are live right to here until you shut this off, and then the rest of her should be off. That's what I was wanting, this like this in the house, but she ain't gonna happen. Not with, I don't want to do the fuse thing. To heck with that, because one of these days you'd be like, oh no sir, we don't sell those anymore, we haven't had those for 15 years. Oh really? Well, that helps, because everything is, you know, they used to be all fuses. I remember it too, you know, where, how the heck did it work now? I guess it went through the fuse first and then into a switch or something. I can't remember now. I can't remember now the old boxes, but this is fairly modernish, this one. So, but huge major service, eh? That's what running my welder right there. About 20 amps off of this side, about 20 amps off of this side, and the welder one is actually right here. So yeah, there's a 20 and a 20, so it's actually 40 amps she's pulling. But in case you didn't know how this 220 stuff works, you need 2 110s, okay? So this is a double, you know, so there's a 110 here, 110 here, and the white's coming in, and it just joins into the bar, which, you know, back out. Okay, so to get the 220, because if I took this off and plugged it just into one of these, it'd only be 110. The welder wouldn't work to come. Actually, no, that might be the one for my compressor. No, that's the welder. I'm pretty sure that's the welder. Anyways, so what you got to do is, you know, this is 110 on this side. This is 110 on this side. This is 110 on this side. You know, up and up and up. So you got to put them between the two Deweys there. So there's half of it's on one side, half of it's on the other side, and that gets you your double, because you can't draw 220 off of one of these. It's only 110. So it's kind of confusing, I know, but these are basically 2 separate 110 lines coming in here. So you put those together on one thing, you're getting the 220 out. I know it's a little confusing. I still really don't understand it, but I know, you know, the basics. So now you can see, for instance, this guy here, he's a single, and he's only in the one side, so he's only getting 15 amps out of a 110. And the one beside here, 30 amp. I don't know why they've got this in here like that, but technically it's drawing 110, 110, and if you put 2 of these into your motor, say, that's going to make it 220. So it's just the ways they hook them onto these bars in here, how that works. So it's pretty simple once you get the gist of her, but it is kind of confusing a little bit. Now that's interesting. This is the white here, the neutral, they call it, ground, which is just going out here, down. That doesn't seem to me like it's up to code. That shouldn't be exposed, I don't think, but anyways. So we've got, I really don't understand. I don't think they've really set this up right. Like, I'm not 100% up on electrical stuff, but looks like they've got the grounding into the white stuff, but I think it should be separate. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. Maybe it's okay to do it that way. See, they got grounds here, which grounds to the box, which is grounded. You know, it doesn't seem 100% right to me. And the other thing is they've got this side of the whites. So you got, for this side, you've got another bar of whites over here, and it's just going into the ground outside. So I don't know, maybe I'm not thinking of it the right way, but the way I think about it is coming in doing its thing. Well, it's got to go out too, you know. So this goes out to the street. So where is this actually going? Does this go to the pole and ground again? I don't know. Doesn't make any sense to me. So that doesn't. Anyways, I'm not a master electrician though, right? I know enough just to get me by, and that's, you know, about it. That's all I've ever really needed. So, but anyways, that's a little bit of electrical heavy stuff. This is 3 gauge. Ooh, mama. That's probably the same stuff that's going out the mast and then out to the pole over there. We'll have a look at that in a sec here. Okay, so maybe I am wrong with the white and stuff. Try to see there. Got a bloody tree in here. I gotta maybe get out of there. Looks like they have done that. So there's a wire, I guess, that serves as like a stringing wire right there, and that's also hooked to the white. Looks like it comes out. It's coming out and looks like it hooks on there, and then it just kind of runs up and across. So that's interesting. I kind of always thought that was just like a hanging wire, but I guess that's sort of a ground neutral wire. I don't think you'd want to touch that too much either. So I probably should do or have done or have did some kind of electrician course or something, or, you know, the basic stuff, you know, just to more or less understand it, rather than, you know, hooking up someone's house or something with all the wiring and stuff. I would only want to do that, but just enough so I know myself what's happening, because I've done it before, electrical stuff, you know, but just on my own, not really trained or nothing. You know, I know enough not to, let's hold this for 10 minutes and see what happens. I would, I know that, you know, that's pretty simple, basic kind of common knowledge, I guess, you know. But, yeah, but that I should have or probably should do a course. You know, I got a buddy that actually is an electrician, but for all the little wee stuff I do, I wouldn't bother him for that. But I was actually thinking of getting him to come and redo the one in the house, if I was able to do that, because it's a newer-ish one in there, but it's not new-ish-ish like the one I showed you in the garage is new-ish-ish. It's still like breakers, but it's like the real old style, like the first gen kind of stuff. It's pretty old, you know, where a lot of them are just like a push on and push off, you know, like trips and you push it back on. It works fine, but you know, it's also maxed out too. Like there's no circuits left in it, so it's only I know we got a 200 amp service there, but I bet you it's only a 60 amp fuse box. Dude, turning, are you, bud? Really? Nice. Freaking corner. This is one killer corner, let me tell you. But anyways, I also should do a class for memory. My memory is so freaking screwed, boys. I don't know. I seriously think I've really messed myself up from when I got that heat stroke that day. I'm gonna put these on. It's so bloody bright out here too. Oh, I don't know. I mentioned it a while back there when I had that heat stroke and dehydrated and stuff, and I ended up in the hospital, and they pumped me full of good stuff, and I was fine after that-ish. But I kind of wonder if I maybe fried a few things up top there, and being so overheated, you know, it was overheated and the sun was really hot, and you know, I don't know, it's hard to say. I feel fine, you know, and stuff, but there's just some things like, really, I did that? Like, I forgot to write this down, or I forgot wire? I needed a roll of wire. Well, I got wire clips, stapler clippy things to staple wire together and stuff, and totally forgot the roll of wire, so off we go again. But anyways, I do think that is what happened though. I have melted part of my brain or something, maybe. I'm getting overheated there, and lack of moisture, we'll say, in the body. So that was 6, 7, 8 odd years ago now, probably. So, and you know, I've been kind of sort of fighting that kind of stuff ever sort of since. So, you know, sometimes they're good, sometimes they're like, holy cow, really? You know, I do stuff or I've done stuff and totally don't remember it, you know. Hence why I do a lot of video recording. So now, you know, I can look back. Did I buy a roll of wire on blah 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 day? That's one other thing too. Friggin' remembering what day it is, or not so much the day, like, you know, today's Wednesday. Yeah, I know that, but don't ask me what frickin' number it is. 22 maybe, 3 maybe. I don't know. I guess a lot of people have that problem though. But just trying to remember some simple things. You know, it's just like, wow, really? You know, gotta really find. I really gotta slow myself up now and put some real concentration into that, you know. So it's a struggle, but it happens. Foolish on my part, I guess. I should have, you know, not have done that, but oh well, what do you do? Uh-oh. U-Haul truck and 2 coppers. Uh-oh. Ooh, green light. So I'm just gonna run out and grab a roll of wire. I probably don't need a whole entire roll. Actually, should maybe almost say that, because I'm gonna have eventually some bit of wiring to do in the holy frig. See what I mean? It's like forgetting like simple things. In the shed, oh my god, really? I have some wiring to do in the shed for some switches and some lights, and you know, oh my goodness, that is just freaking horrible. Wow. Like, really wow. Oh boy. But anyways, I'm gonna head out and grab a roll of wire. Oh, there we go, a 75 meter roll of wire. Holy cow. And this stuff was made August 13th of this year, so it's not that old. That's good to know. There's one other number on here too that struck me kind of funny. Whatever this number is, and then blah 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 229. So I had to get that roll. You know, whatever that means, I don't know. There's probably a lot of numbers and stuff on here. I don't know what it means, but minus 25, 300 volt. Holy cow, that's lots. Made under U.S. patent numbers. Oh, that's U.S. patent numbers, I see. Numbers blah 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 and blah 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 blah. And that is 2 wire, well 3 wire really, but 2 wire and the ground wire. That's it there. So that'll be the stuff that comes from inside the house out to the little box, hook into the switch or the plug dewey out there, and then this will be the stuff that's inside the garage too, I think, or shed thing. I think that should be fine. Probably don't need anything better than this. This stuff's pretty decent, so should be good, hopefully. Well, how did this goose set up here? Oh, she's pretty hard now. Anyways, I'm going to stuff some of this out. Okay, that should be good for now. And this will get probably stapled up along this beam or something here, I would imagine. Kind of dewy thing, that's about all I can do there. So I'm running her along and hook her in somewhere there that doesn't have much on the circuit, I guess. So let's go outside now and have a look-see. See turkey bums. They're all kind of huddling under these trees here. Getting some shade, I guess. That should do out there. That'd give me lots extra. It's always nicer to cut more off. It's real hard to add more on. So that should work for that. Do those connections later. Not worried too much about them right now. That would be nice to get it all buttoned up. But anyways, in the garage here, I guess now. Got my bag of doctor tools. Pretty sweet deal that was. Like 15 bucks. Come with the bag. And there's even room for some other stuff. Okay, I've got my tripod, so I apologize for that, but I don't know if the light's going to be any good in here. I'm trying to stand in front of it, block a bit of it, but I'm just gutting this stuff like a fish. And I don't need to gut this much, but I just wanted to try with my knife. Works good. As long as you get it right down the center. Ow! of the Dewey. You can strip her right along, strip her right off, and then she just undewies out of the Dewey. Yeah, the lighting doesn't look too good there, boys. I'm sorry about that. But anyways, just going to here now. Maybe it's just my little screen on my camera is fibbing to me. So it's pretty warm in here today. Whew. But anywho, okay. Way lots more than we need. But now I'm gonna have to get in here and just have a look at this for a second. So my little doctor's bag, it's pretty sweet. It all opens up, and I got a set of these Deweys. Hang on, I gotta clear some room. Plier Deweys, them plier Deweys. I'm gonna need them to stack plier Deweys, and all the screwdrivers. Pretty sweet, eh? So I need. Nope. Yep, maybe. Nope, too big. It's probably an electrician size one I don't have. Oh, I'm sure this will work here actually. This is for the white. Yeah, that's good. Okay. So, it's going to be kind of hard for me to film this while I'm kind of doing this because I got to kind of be right in front of it. Now, I'm not super liking what's going on with my wire here. I might just strip a little more of this crap off of here, maybe. You gotta remember, I am not an electrician, okay? But I know enough to survive myself, we'll say. Okay. Okay, so if I cut her about here, maybe. Oh, that's some thick stuff. Now, I don't have a good stripper. Oh, except this thing, but man, that is some thick hide on this stuff. Hence the underground 300 amp, whatever, 600 amp or 600 volt underground stuff. Try not to chip your wire or cut your wire. Hence why I should have a proper bearing tool, we'll call it. Wire bearing tool. Okay. Got an opener now, yes. Got that a bit too long, so we'll just nip off about 35 cents worth here. Okay, I think that can get tightened. Good. Now, it's this black one that's giving me the because I want to just basically run it through this one. I don't know if the camera's getting it through this one and up and around and into this side. Let's see here. Yeah, you can almost see it there. Hang on, I gotta get in here again. Okay, that's giving me lots. Now, this comes. Now, I probably shouldn't be running these things the same way, I don't think. Kind of sort of don't really have a choice, really. bring anything to mark this stupid thing either. Lovely, lovely. Well, I guess all I can do is what? I kind of want to do it all in one loop, if you know what I mean, instead of having to cut it, put this in, and cut another one, put that in, and then, oh, I guess I could. I mean, it doesn't really matter, but I'd rather do it like that. Now, I'm going to have to just pause for a sec here, get this all lined up, I suppose. I'm going to be right in front of the camera here. Alright, I got it ready here. I just had to check one thing. I wasn't sure where you put the ground in this box. But I do have... Now, I was looking at a couple of pictures, and actually mine in the house has just got like a thing down in here where it's all like into, and I guess that goes to the ground. This thing come with this thing though, and I guess it's supposed to go somewhere in here. Maybe it actually fits between those two holes, I think. Yeah, sort of looks like it. That would be right. So everything should get mushed into this thing, so it gives you the two screw holes, and then you get all these for putting your ground wires into, we'll say. So that kind of would solve that idea here. Okay, so I got everything all set up. I got this spliced. Hang on. I got her spliced, put in there, tightened down, and around spliced, put in this side and tightened down. And of course the white's there. All the whites will go into there. So it's kind of stupid how that's gonna have to run, but I guess it'll work. So she should be good, I think. Just gonna have to do a bit of messing around and figure out this guy now. Yeah, that's what she should look like. That should work pretty good. Put that thing right in the middle, and then I can run all my other ones. Well, really, in here, what is there gonna need to be? Go away, mosquito! I had enough for you guys for this year. Holy crap, they've been just still, boys, still going. Frickin' mosquitoes. But anyways, I am thinking one circuit down to the switch. Oh my goodness. Anyways, we're back. That pretty much killed that day. I had to go meet with the foundation guy back there. But anyways, what were we saying? Running a wire down to a switch, up to, well, up to a light, and then run a Dewey through to another light, or whatever, you know, exactly where, I don't know yet, and then run another Dewey through to the other light. So I'll have a switch here to turn all three lights on, and I'm thinking 8-foot fluorescents, which is probably way more than I need in here, but I tell you, like I said the other day, it's better to have way too much light than not enough light, because then you're still, you know, I don't want to be working on stuff here, say, with the light kind of behind me and you're always in the shadow of it, right? That one light's going to probably be right in here, right above the bench, and then another one maybe in about here, and then the other one right above the door, I think, here. So when you flicker on, bang, 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 lots of light. And plug wise, I don't know. I'll probably run another circuit, you know, somewhere, and down to a plug or something. All I really need a plug for is just for my vacuum to suck up the crap in here, you know, when it needs it, which it does need now because someone keeps bringing their filthy dirt bike in here. But anyways, and I was even thinking of, like, you know, a motion lighty thing on the outside here or something maybe, so when you walk up it comes on. That might be not a bad idea, but I don't know about that yet. I like it for me, for security wise, you know, or whatever, for, you know, coming and opening the door at night. It's nice to have a bit of light, but I also thought too, if you have a light that clicks on there for someone when they're trying to break in, it makes it easier for them to see what they're doing, you know. So it's kind of a trade-off thing if you want that or not. So I don't know, but yeah, anyways, I've pretty much killed myself for time today. I might go and do this stuff for the house here now. Oh, Nelly. Yeah. Yeah. But, I don't know if I'll get to that or not today or not. We'll see here. Just more of the messing around, getting stuff the right length and stuff. I think that's everything. Okay, so that can sit there for now because I gotta put some my other wiring through there and get all that ready to rock, but that's gonna probably be the last thing. Well, the last thing will actually be hooking it up inside. Get everything all kind of ready, I guess, and then she should be good to go. So, I think that's it for in here today. You know, you can't see me. Well, there we go. I figured I might as well do all this stuff out here today. It's sort of nice and stuff. So, there we go. Plugged. We are plugged. And that was not fun wrestling this stuff. Oh, I got her in, but hardly any room to breathe with that big, thick, juicy, wiry stuff in there. Holy crap, but she should work good. That stuff was really tricky too to get the hooks onto those screws, because I guess, you know, that should have been a bigger plug or something. I don't know. I don't know if they come bigger, but should work. I'm glad there's only 2 of them though. And then the 2 14s, which I think should do her. So I'm gonna go squirt a bit of stuff in the hole on the inside here and seal that up from the inside, I guess. Should be okay from the outside because it's got all the... Don't have any more hands. There, should be good from the outside because it's all sealed with you know, all the stuff out there. So I kind of want to make this kind of whatchamacallit and seal it in here. So, but anyways, I got a little bit of this, I think a little bit of this stuff left. Just to need enough to squirt her in the hole and she'll be good. And there we go. We'll just have to let that set a bit because it's still gooey there, you know, but I think that should keep the critters from coming in too. So I guess the next step will be running this and figuring on out where I'm gonna mount that into. I'm not really 200% sure yet. I might just run it along this wall and maybe just come down. I got like a plug over here and stuff, but I might just run her down and then into maybe this box here because there isn't much on this circuit. All it is for my lights, kind of above my old bench here, and run her in there. And yes, those are for the Hyper 7 rims. Never even used. Look at that, eh? So yeah, there's only lights, and I guess Dylan's computer runs off of this, but that should be more than enough just to run some fluorescence out in the garage there, I think. And that's it. I don't know when I'm going to get to the rest of this, but I guess we'll get her... We'll have to get... Well, I'll get it roughed maybe over to where I'm going to put it in there. Won't put it on yet. That'll be the last connection. And hopefully everything energizes all the way up to the shed fine. And we should be good to do the wiring and stuff out in the shed too. Which means I'm going to have to get some light fixtures too. I should have done that today, but I had enough crap going on in my brain. I was freaking just had enough, so. But anyways, yeah, that'll do for today, I guess. So yeah, there's not much else happening. The day's done. I kind of killed a bit of time talking to my foundation guys there. They were looking at a couple things coming up, so I'm like, yeah, okay, showed them this, showed them that, blah, 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 and then that was the end of her. So, then we did a little bit of wiring here. It's good to get that finished up. Cleans up, makes it look nice outside now. So, but anyways, thanks for watching today. Tomorrow, I don't know what we're getting into yet. I really don't know until I get to the day and I think, what can I do today? And then we do it, usually. So, I did a bunch of weed whacking this morning too, and man, got one of the huge sections done back there. I'm going to fire up to Google Earth here and show you. And I'm going to do a rough measuring on that too to see how far that is. It's one of the bigger ones. Let me load her up and we'll see here. It's a lot of walking. My legs are hurting now. Okay, that looks like a lot of squiggly lines, but this is the one section I trimmed today with the weed whacker. So it's basically, it's hard to sort of show you, but you go up this side of the row, okay, turn, and then go down the same row down the other side. So that's why the zigzagging up, down, 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 up, down. The whole section, this is one whole, this is the office building up here. The garage is sort of up over here. And road comes all the way down here. Actually, I missed a little bit here, but I'm sure I gained it up in here somewhere. And so back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. It's a freaking huge section here. It's just massive huge. And that worked out to 5.14 kilometers. And that is only one section. There's the rest of it. So this Campbellville here, we mowed that the other day, if you remember a few videos ago. And it worked out to about 5.5 kilometers of just mowing, which would be pretty similar to weed whacking. So, and then there's this big section here, and this big section here. And then, well, this one's not super huge on the corner, but it's fairly big. So yeah, that's a lot of mowing. And there's the big empty field back here. So you can see the great big empty field. Now, where they're bringing this stupid trail through, they are coming straight up through here. Okay, they're going to put a bridge across, and they've already punched. So the bridge is going to come. Oh, wait, sorry. Let me zoom out a bit. Okay, so start this again. They're going to come up here. This is the existing trail on the North Dam here. They're going to come down here. There's like a road allowance, come straight through. They're going to go from here, jump a bridge across to this point here, and basically come all the way back in here, all the way to about here, and then they turn, and they come up here, right to this point in the edge of our field here, which I'm not really liking too much, because it almost looks like people are going to be able just to, you know, and it's like, really? So I don't know. After here, if they're going to come down along this edge and then across to this island, I think it was, and then maybe up through here again, and then somewhere they're going to have to jump another bridge across, probably actually be on the end of here maybe. They'll jump a bridge across this narrow spot here, and then the other trail actually starts about here. So this is the existing that goes down here now and across this South Dam, and well, there it is right there actually. They've actually got this white line here. Yeah, that's right, it comes across the Home Hardware. Sorry, I was up a bit high. So yeah, they're going to have to run a trail all the way down here and catch into this one. And this is the trail here that goes all the way along and across back to the other side, and it goes through here and up and around, over through here, Vicky Barron Lakeside Trail it's called, and through here and stuff. This is it here. I haven't actually been across this myself, but now this is the newest spot here. They've put bridges across here and bridge there, and then a great big huge bridge across here. It comes all the way back down this side. Zoom out here a bit more. It comes all the way down here, and oh, look at all my coloring. That's cool. Ha! And then it comes up here and then down to the North Dam here again. So, and then through our place, and then I'm just not looking forward to it. It's going to be a nightmare. You know, there's no other access to our property. It's pretty well surrounded by water. This is all swamp marsh through here, except our gate, which is right here. And I guess if someone was crazy enough, they could come and walk in through here. But this is where, unfortunately, the big field here we go riding and stuff in, is where they're expanding this subdivision up here. It's going to come down and a big loop thingy here and then back and out again. So it's going to be all houses around this loop thingy right to the very back edge. There's going to be people barbecuing back here, you know, the edge of the cemetery back here. People barbecuing on a Saturday afternoon, yelling, carrying on, being crazy and stupid, yelling and stuff, you know, whatever. And then we're going to have to do services and stuff while we're listening to that crap. So it's really stupid, but maybe it'll get kiboshed, I don't know, but it's really been one of my thing's been biting me really hard, and I'm really not looking forward to it. This place, cemetery here, this place used to be in the middle of absolutely nowhere. None of this crap was ever here. The last I remember, the first I remember, the edge of town was about here somewhere. Now this is all, of course, built up new. Walmart, all this crap. That's another big plaza there. That's the big Orangeville Mall. Motel and stuff here. You know, so it's just been a freaking, it's just a nightmare. The people that are just thinking they could just walk right through here wherever they want to go now, you know, it's like, really? I close the gates every night at 8 p.m. right about here for a reason, to keep people out at night. And now it's going to be free roam. So I'm not looking forward to it at all, but apparently I have no say in nothing, and you know, I'm the one that's got to deal with it all, so what the frick ever. But anyways, that's it for today. I'm gonna head around. I'm getting all frustrated here, so you guys have a good night, and we'll catch you tomorrow, hopefully. Anyways, thanks for watching. Have a good night. Oh, just one little thing before we say good day again. I just thought I'd show you a little bit of a rough idea of how far I've mown with the mower. It's roughly 40K per mow, and I do it about 30 times a year. It's once a week roughly. It's 1200K worth of mowing in 1 year, and in the 5 years we've had it, I've done 6,000 kilometers on the mower. Roughly, you know, it's up and down, maybe back and forth a little bit, but that's a rough estimate. Now that is equivalent to, let me show you, driving from Halifax, Nova Scotia. Now this, I don't know why it takes you down to the States. I guess it's the shorter route. Halifax, Nova Scotia to Vancouver, British Columbia. And I'll tell you, that's actually a little wee tiny bit further, but that is driving from one side to the other, and that is approximately 6,160 kilometers, about 56 hours. That's freaking amazing. Non-stop driving, or non-stop mowing. I wouldn't get there in 56 hours, but I would get there maybe in about 3 weeks. But yeah, so that's just a little bit of an idea that, you know, all this mowing has been done all in this little area. 6,000 kilometers worth in 5 years, and that's including the big field and, you know, all these. I just rough estimated them all. Like I did, this one was, you know, so many kilometers. I'm like, okay, well this one and this one, that wouldn't be that much, and this one and that one and together, and maybe that wouldn't be that much. And then, you know, I do other ones too, like I do up at the house and then this little boulevard thing, and, you know, up by the road and stuff, making that look nice. And yeah, so that's a very, very rough guess though, but that's roughly what I'm thinking in 5 years, 6,000K.